Hey girl, are you ready to talk about one of the wildest things in true crime? True crime confessions that are totally fake, okay? And look, before you say, I would never confess to something I didn't do, let me tell you something. After hours of no sleep and interrogations and threats, and you don't have a lawyer and you haven't eaten anything, you will say just about anything to make it stop, and people do. So let's talk about some that are going to blow your mind, okay? First is the Central Park Five. 5 teens, all under 17, all coerced into confessing to a crime that they did not commit, okay? And their stories didn't match. DNA evidence, that didn't match either. Doesn't matter though. Years later, the actual attacker confessed, and then his DNA proved that he was there, and he says nobody else was there. But what does the prosecutor do? He says, actually, I know why the DNA doesn't match them. They were still there. And we get introduced to a little something prosecutors like to call the unindicted co-ejaculator. And if you don't know what that is, oh my gosh, buckle up. You're going to want to hear this one. The Norfolk Four. 1 murder, 4 confessions, none of them true, none of them right. The real killer had already confessed, but these innocent Navy men still went to prison. Then we've got Amanda Knox, a U.S. foreign exchange student in Italy. No lawyer, no translator, hours and hours of pressure. She ends up signing something that she doesn't even understand. And then boom, she is convicted. Then we've got Henry Lee Lucas, okay? He confessed to hundreds of murders. He's referred to as the confession killer now. And he was literally fed cold case files, steak dinners, and strawberry milkshakes. And he just said yes to everything. At one point, he even confessed to killing somebody while he was documented as being in jail. Another time, he said he killed somebody in Japan. And when asked how he got there, he said he drove his car. Most people know the West Memphis 3 case. Some people do believe that they're guilty. But this is a case that does typically get included in wrongful convictions and false confessions cases. This is a case where the Satanic Panic in the 90s put 3 teens in prison for nearly 20 years. Their confessions did not match. The timeline was completely off. You can actually hear in one of the interrogations the police officer helping to correct that because it doesn't match. You guys, false confessions, this isn't every case, of course, but it's so much more common than you would think. Fear, exhaustion, lies, zero legal help. It's a recipe for disaster. And I'd love to know, which case floored you the most? Is there a case we didn't talk about that comes to mind when you think about this? Drop that in the comments. And if you need to know what on earth an unindicted co-ejaculator is, make sure you check out the full episode that is in our Patreon now.